technologies are transforming the way societies connect, innovate, and govern today. In Pakistan, Honorable Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif envisioned a digital nation. When our government took office last year, we understood the increasing importance of the emerging technologies that are upcoming, and no conversation of digital growth was possible without a deep conversation around connectivity and telecommunication. We understand that any development, growth, whether in social sector, governance, economy, manufacturing, agriculture, across the spectrum that has to happen, will happen on the foundation of stable, resilient, reliable connectivity. So I want to thank the Honorable Prime Minister for his direction, his vision, our whole of government approach that has helped us be where we are today. Overall for South Asia, I think that today the conversation of connectivity is much more than just a technological transition. It is an opportunity to redefine our region's development trajectory. It is an opportunity to keep up pace with the rest of the world through effective inclusion and cooperation. Today, as we stand here, South Asia is at an inflection point. We are looking at an unprecedented growth of demand across the region, but that also highlights the gaps that exist today within the region and across regions. The use of internet is increasing rapidly across the globe, yet around 1/3 of world's population remains offline. And we also understand that majority of this population that is offline is concentrated in low income and usually rural communities. There also remains a stark gender gap across the globe when we're talking about connectivity. We've also seen that affordability and last mile connectivity challenges still remain very stark. Fiber, power costs, the economies of operating towers make it very difficult for us to operate and ensure connectivity for our populations living in sparsely populated remote regions. So today, when we stand here today in the backdrop of all of this conversation, SATRC 26 is not merely a conversation. It's not just a dialogue. It is a platform where our collective vision and coordinated action can actually help. Over the next few days, our deliberations will review the outcomes of the SATRC Action Plan 9 and will also set the scope of the Action Plan 10, focusing on our region's shared priorities like advancing spectrum harmonization, cross-border digital infrastructure data governance, strengthening cybersecurity cooperation, universal connectivity and inclusion, and collaborative regional innovative ecosystem. The Asia-Pacific telecommunity has been instrumental in nurturing the spirit of partnership, and I would like to thank and congratulate the role of Mr. Kondo throughout. And I would like to also reaffirm that Pakistan stays committed to APT's vision of a connected, secure, and sustainable digital Asia-Pacific region. As far as Pakistan goes, like I said last year when we took the government, one of the first initiatives that we started working on was a cohesive and comprehensive Digital Nation Pakistan plan. And earlier this year in January, we were able to pass the Digital Nation Pakistan Act, which essentially set a clear roadmap all the way across connectivity, digital transformation, inclusion, and every other area that a truly digital nation should encompass. We've started talking about digital transformation in three critical areas: our society, our government, and our economy. Digital is today the new way of life, all the way from our very basic social requirements, all the way up to our national securities. We have to focus on our digital transformation priorities. Pakistan's digital transformation journey has come quite a long way in the last few years. Overall, as we set ambitious targets for our Connect 2030 vision, for instance, 100 Mbps nationwide average speed, increasing the fiber penetration by at least 10x over the last 5 years. We're looking at around 1,000 megahertz of spectrum availability for our population, globally aligned 5G rollout, around $25 billion of economic impact in the next 4 years, and trying to achieve 100% gender inclusion, especially when it comes to connectivity and access to digital. These are some of the targets that we've kept for ourselves, but over the last few years, key milestones achieved include that we have hit 200 million mobile subscribers and 150 million mobile broadband users, with the fastest data adoption rates in Asia. We have 70% growth in the data traffic over the last 5 years and 17% year-on-year revenue growth in telecom sector. The sector's contribution of 1.5 trillion rupees to the national exchequer says everything about the strength and resilience of our telecom community. E-commerce in Pakistan is reaching almost $7.7 billion, projected to cross 10 billion next year. Our exports are increasing at almost 20% over the last 3 years. As far as the digital transformation goes, I'm very proud to say that today the federal government stands at almost 98% adoption of e-office, which essentially means that all our governance is almost paperless today. We have almost 50 plus digitally delivered citizen services, aiming to reach 150 by the end of this financial year. We collected 6.2 billion rupees of taxes this year digitally. But the larger picture is that, as our colleague, the chairman of SATRC also mentioned, that Pakistan has a very, very strong data exchange layer rail when it comes to financial transactions right now, called RAST, operated by the State Bank of Pakistan. This year, December, we're also launching the larger national data exchange layer with the support of NADRA and our other departments who are collaborating with the ministry. The purpose is to create the Pakistan stack and further substacks, which will then give the dividends of what a truly digital nation can have. The National Data Exchange layer will not only connect the public sector offices and make our data interoperable, but also connect the private sector and bring them online. The overall idea is to create digital identities for every single citizen in the country, who can then avail cradle-to-grave services with a click on their mobile phone. The Pak ID allows you to have today a digital vault, which essentially has all of your personal documents. The super app will then, in the next few months, inshallah, will allow you to use all government services online. And this is where the digital conversation begins. The idea is not to place technology over the legacy institutes and legacy processes, but actually do the reverse engineering, do the actual digital transformation, process re-engineering, and see how can we make these processes truly digital, or not just merely convert the legacy processes, just deploy a technology layer and call them digital overall. So we're not digitalizing the existing services, we're actually trying to make them digital. How will it work? It will work only if we're able to inculcate a sense of trust. We're able to ensure components like cybersecurity across the domain, and we're able to ensure that the citizen experience is premium when using digital. And that is what is at the center of all the conversations that all of us have, that how can we make the lives of an average citizen better, whether it is a conversation around connectivity, digital transformation, governance, economy. Everything is for the average citizen who lives in our countries, who is experiencing government, and that is where we have to help. What will it do? 3 core benefits. Number 1 for me would be inclusion. Once we go digital, we are ensuring that no one is left behind. And that is the core agenda that we have today, whether it is inclusion across gender, across ethnicities, geographies. It is absolutely imperative that we think about the last citizen's need in the country. The second is transparency. It is again extremely important for effective government to have transparency, and especially for us to build trust among citizens. And the third would be efficiency. So inclusion, transparency, and efficiency is all that comes when we go digital. We have a very, very aggressive approach to our digital economy. Honorable Prime Minister takes a fortnightly meeting on cashless economy, and we have set, again, quite aggressive targets to ensure that cash in circulation goes down as we move forward, making Pakistan truly digital. To do all of this and to really support our agendas, our targets, we have had some transformative policy decisions over the last few years. The Digital Nation Pakistan Act, as I mentioned, was a milestone that Pakistan achieved. Right-of-way reforms. So everybody sitting here probably understands that one of the critical issues that Pakistan had in terms of fiberizing the country were the right-of-way charges, which made the ecosystem slightly difficult to operate in. With one directive of the Honorable Prime Minister, the right-of-way charges across the country have been abolished. We've also had notifications from most of our provinces. The one or two left will be notifying soon. So Pakistan becomes a right-of-way charge-free country, harmonizing this fee-free status across every single province and governing unit. We're also coming up with the 5G spectrum policy. Very soon, Pakistan will be auctioning over 600 megahertz of spectrum that not only will improve the current 3G, 4G situation in the country, but also introduce 5G. The MVNO and infrastructure sharing frameworks have been approved. Satellite communication regulations are almost finalized, which will again bring satellite internet connectivity to the country. And last but not the least, there's an emphasis and focus on how can we ensure that beyond connectivity, we enable our citizens with devices. Without digital devices, connectivity is of no use. For that, we're again finalizing the Smartphones for All policy to make it more accessible, more affordable for every citizen. We also have a yearly annual program where we distribute 100,000 laptops to merit-based students across the country. And we're introducing more such initiatives as we move on. Only yesterday, Google's Google Chrome assembly line inaugurated in Pakistan, and we're hoping that initiatives like these and with investments coming in, there's going to be much better affordability around digital devices. Coming back to the region, I would say that today, South Asia, our strength is our population. We represent the majority of the world. It is therefore imperative that our policies converge and are harmonized. We are not only talking about technology and spectrum today as we inaugurate this conference, but are also the focus, I would reiterate, should be on trust, governance, and investment frameworks across the region. The APT and SATRC serve as a regional compass, guiding us and making our journey easy, making sure that our policies are harmonized and we collaborate with each other. With this, I would like to once again welcome our delegates to Pakistan, hoping that they will really experience the joy of our hospitality. And over the next 3 days, I wish all of you to have very, very productive decisions. We want to once again reaffirm that our shared purpose to ensure that digital transformation becomes a driver of resilience, inclusion, and sustainable growth for every nation in our region. On behalf of Government of Pakistan, I extend my sincere appreciation for the APT and the SATRC Secretariat and all the participating member states for their dedication to this important cause. Together, let us shape a connected, secure, and inclusive South Asia, a region where technology serves people and prosperity is shared by all. Thank you very much.